Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm so excited. I don't know why I'm excited, you guys, but sometimes it just feels really good to
Do what you
love and also to just be committed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just so proud of us.
Happy 4th episode, right?
Jingling. Oh, cheers. Let's cheers to that.
Clink,
Jingling.
Thank you.
Oh, we were actually supposed to take a
sip.
Like you're
weird.
Look, I was
okay, let's do it again. Okay. So you're sipping on?
I'm sipping on Pinot Grigio. And you guys gonna realize, in order to get to a 19-year-old as a single mom, Kelly said it on The Housewives. She was like, "I'm not a wino, but I'm a wine mom." I'm definitely a wine mom. Okay, so I don't hard liquor. I can go. That is not even something I need. But some wine,
the liquor, you go to the bathroom less because it takes less,
right? With the wine, it's yeah.
But shout out to wine moms!
Yay! We're surviving.
Yes, I'm sipping on
some
Agua Purifina. So straight from the Brita. Yeah.
Zero water filtered.
To the Bell Country Classics jar. Yeah, but I keep saying that I want to bring the non-alcoholic wine.
Yeah.
Since I'm not drinking right now, to give myself gastric rest.
Which is very important.
As I continue to feel better.
Which we can't wait till you are at 100%.
Yes.
But we are supporting you on your journey. And I'm surprised. I was too lazy today. I didn't have any lemons cut up.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I commit to eradicating this illness, which goes by the name of Crohn's disease, an inflammatory bowel condition where your immune system overreacts. I gotta stop talking so slow. An inflammatory bowel condition where your immune system overreacts. So there in the affected tissues, you have inflammation. Mine happens to be in my intestine, and I get inflammation and bleeding, cramping. I get fatigue. I'm tired. Increased urgency with bowel movements, all the things. So I am feeling way much better. And because I got a big, did I talk about this last time?
What?
The infusion. I got an infusion of medication.
No, you told me off camera.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I got an infusion of medication to restart in my medical insurance, lapse of insurance or coverage or assistance. I just calculated it 3 doses of my medicine because I take it every month. Okay. Self-injectable.
And so how has that been helping? Has it been helping?
Yes, it's been helping.
Okay, good.
It's been helping. So thank you to the medicine. Why did I start talking about this?
I have no idea.
Well, we can move on. But I feel better. So it's good. I don't know. We was just checking in. So.
No, because we were talking about the fact that you're not drinking.
Right. Gastric rest.
Yes.
Thank
gastric
you.
rest.
Okay.
Thank you. Absolutely. Water.
And the non-alcoholic wine. If anyone can recommend a non-alcoholic wine brand, please send an email to TNT.
What is it?
THE.pod@gmail.com.
Is it?
TNT THE.pod@gmail.com.
Okay, because I when you spell the THE, I'm like, why is she still spelling?
Yeah,
right. But I get it. But yes,
yeah.
we definitely have to spell things. You know, sometimes it's like, okay, yeah, we are recording.
Yeah,
we have other people listening, so they should get the full understanding.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, so yes, we are supporting you on your journey and giving you your rest. And I was going to mention that my brother has a friend who travels back and forth to like Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And in that route, there's like this massive store, like wine store. And they also too sell non-alcoholic wine. So that's why I said, let's reach out to him and let's see if we can actually get some, you know, while you're on this healing. Cause we go back and forth, like, you know what I'm saying? Like taking fasts, you know, I'm definitely big. You'll learn like as we go on, like I'm big on fasting, you know, and definitely giving just our body a break of everything. Because we overwork it so much unconsciously. And a lot of the times that's where a lot of these small, you know, and I wouldn't say that that's a small illness, but I'm going to say it's small because it's not like
it's
you're
invisible.
Dying. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, like I am on life support and I can't function and care for myself at all.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I have a mild case. It's always been mild. So,
and I guess that's what I mean, because I don't want to make it, because I don't want people to be coming to chat and it's like, oh, she said that Crohn's disease was mild and I've been suffering all my life. And it's like, okay, trust me, I understand. I have a daughter who's actually type 1 diabetic, so I understand about diseases. So I'm just saying, in the sense of, you know, being a healthcare advocate, I see a lot of the worst of the worst of the worst.
Right.
You know, and hear a lot of and have to communicate and, you know, and actually approve and help them walk through an appeal process due to, you know, we denied your actual surgery because you're experiencing such pain.
We should do a show on transitioning from Medicaid to a group health plan or an individual health plan.
Well, yes, we would just definitely want to communicate to them that you can definitely have a individual Medicare plan or Advantage plan and still also to have Medicaid, because it's called dual eligibility.
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about seniors.
We also talking about people that actually, well, no, anybody who is not 65 and up, you know, you don't necessarily require for Medicare unless you're disabled or have certain diseases that require you to be on Medicare. But other than that,
no, I was saying
what?
Transitioning from Medicaid
to an actual
like a
premium paying plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. But I was saying that you can have both, because a lot of people do, even though they want to transition into having an HMO or PPO, or even they can still have Medicaid.
How?
Because of your eligibility, your income level. Medicaid is strictly off of your resources and your assets and your eligibility level. So as a person who is either...
Oh, are you talking about like as a, what do they call it? The management, health HMO?
We're talking about both. We're talking about both. We're talking about HMO
so like
or PPOs.
Buckeye.
We're talking about Humana. We're talking about Aetna. Humana, we're talking about United Healthcare. We're talking about Kaiser. Yeah. HMOs and PPOs exist in all of those.
No, I know that.
So what I was just saying is the fact that you can still qualify for Medicaid and still be on an HMO plan that has some kind of premium, but you probably wouldn't be paying it because Medicaid is going to pay it. That is the dual eligibility. So when you said transitioning out of Medicaid, and I said, and I was just coupling the fact that you can have both.
Forgive me because I did not know that. Why would you have both?
because you can't help but to have both. I mean, the reality of it is that
that's how it's set up.
No, it's not necessarily set up that way. A lot of people don't even know that they qualify for that because they don't know that or let's just say this, Medicaid eligibility is, like I stated, it's based off of your income and your assets and
Yes.
what you're bringing in.
Yes.
Okay. So let's just say that now you have turned 66 years old. You're now 66 and you have Medicaid. You're eligible for Medicaid based off of your income level.
Okay.
But you I want an advantage plan, an individual plan to provide more benefits and more coverage instead of.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, so what you're saying? You're talking about just period.
What if you're 25, 44, you got a job. Now you
now you're being that's a different demographic for sure.
Okay.
You weren't specific.
I didn't specify.
No, you didn't.
Sorry. Anyway, let's move on.
Move on. That was 17 minutes of
we're gonna cut that down. We're gonna cut that down.
I mean,
we'll leave this part out about saying we're gonna cut it down. Let's move on. But we'll shorten the middle. I'll fast forward it in the edit. It's crazy. Okay. All right, but make sure you check out your number one healthcare advocate on the TikTok at
your healthcare advocate on TikTok.
Your healthcare advocate.
Keep it simple. I was like, let's keep this very simple. Boom, honey.
Yeah, let me remember to put that on the screen.
Listen, let's provide you guys with the details. Okay, very simple. Get to it. So you'll have the information.
And you can also find me on the TikTok at TCZ. That's TEE_CEEZY.
Barata.
On the TikTok. And on everything else if you care to look. But I really don't do anything on
any of those
but TT.
Well, so anyway, welcome you guys. We appreciate you guys tuning in. And guess what? My name is T.
And I'm TC.
And we thank you for joining the TNT podcast. So guess what? Last week we came up with a whole name for you guys, which is the Bombshells.
Lighting sparklers.
And we're lighting. So this is a AI version of lighting sparklers. Okay, boom. So anyway, today we are dropping the bomb on something. Actually, let's just be clear, because I like to be transparent, because I think that's what make me like podcasts as we grow. So really, I wanted to talk about a particular topic about children not spending enough time outside. But then I was getting ready to set up so we can record.
Right.
And I'm literally ended up stumbling across a particular episode on Jada Pinkett's show. She has a show called Red Table Talk. Now, mind you, I haven't even seen the show in a very, very long time. And
the last time I saw it, it was still on Facebook.
It was on Facebook. Yeah, that is a fact. I literally cut the TV on and came to my YouTube channel, and that was the first thing that popped up.
Yeah.
I was so I watched it because it was actually interviewing Ashanti's little sister, who was in a domestic violence relationship for years. And Ashanti, her sister, and the mother was at the table talking to Jada, her mom, and Willow. If you know the show, it's Jada Pinkett, her mother, and her daughter. So, and they were just going into some, details about what happened. I guess this was recently showed, because it said 2 months ago.
Okay.
So it was so I guess this was recently revealed that she was in this horrific relationship.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and so that's what I was getting.
Ashanti looks so thin. Oh, because I've just been watching Nelly and Ashanti, the show.
And that was also filmed back in 2024. Got it. Okay. And this was 2 months ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So, but whatever, I don't necessarily
That's what made me think it was from the past.
I thought it was too, but that's when I looked at it and it said 2 months.
Yeah.
So I mean, but then again, I don't necessarily know if it was recorded 10 years. I who knows? Whatever.
But
anyway,
the point is,
the whole purpose is that watching it, it made me think about some things that she was making a point about. And I was like, well, maybe we should just have a conversation about Black women being in domestic violent relationships. And I know that's probably going to be like, oh, God. Because listen, I'm really tired of these conversations. But it was something that was triggering that I was like, oh, you know what? That I can see why.
What was triggering?
Well, she had mentioned that she didn't want to call the police. Mm-hmm. And Jada Pinkett was like, well, she was like, I totally understand where you're coming from in that aspect. She was like, because it kind of relates to so many different layers of like calling the police on a Black man and, possibly this blowing up to something completely out of my control now. I feel like unconsciously maybe I have some kind of control in this crazy situation, but if I open it up, it's exposing myself. It's telling my business. Now you know what I'm saying? You're judging me. Nobody, I'm private too. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want you, you know what I'm saying, in my personal business. That's why sometimes when certain things get on the internet, I can see why these celebrities feel some certain kind of way. But then again, it's like, that's what you kind of signed up for. You know what I'm saying? People asking you questions about interpersonal things. You know what I'm saying? And, it's cringing and it's not comfortable. And I don't even know how to dissect it. I don't even understand what's happening here. So the last thing I want to do is bring in the police people. So that I just feel like we should just maybe just, tap on it and just have the conversation of the stigma between Black women in abusive relationships, and that's not to negate any other woman who's been in abusive relationships. It's just, I feel like we were discussing, mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like our culture.
Yeah. I'm like, just that saying of what goes on in this house stays in this house
thoroughly
aligns with not calling the police.
Absolutely.
Even when you are in the most dangerous situation. Don't tell nobody my business.
Yeah, I remember even saying that to my daughter when she was a kid. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like going to her grandparents' house, like, listen, what my business is my business. You don't need to be discussing nothing about what I had going on. But that's exactly what I grew up with too.
Right. And that's fine. It's just when it impedes on, when it causes harm, when there's unbalanced, then, it's not. Like, listen, I had a situation with Child Protective Services in Willoughby Hills. And because I think my son said at school that he was like by himself or something like that. I had been sick. I had a kidney infection and I didn't trust anybody to watch him. So the school bus pulled up outside every day. I said, you wake up, you get on the bus, you know what to do. You come home. He had a key. Call me. Uh-huh. He had a phone.
Yeah.
I'm in the hospital.
Yeah.
I had nobody to watch him.
Yeah. I get it.
I know. I mean, sorry. And I'm sorry.
She telling my business.
I'm sorry.
She like, I know.
But you gotta, it comes from that too. Just like that's to keep me safe. I gotta be around so that I can keep taking care of you. So you can't
thoroughly.
But yeah, they came and investigated, and I was like, I was sick, but there was somebody. I did what I had to do as well in that situation. But it all went away because there was no neglect. But that's part of that too. Like, and part of, I don't know because I'm sure there is just some little friends, some little
these
natty
gnats
friends.
is crazy, y'all.
And they love wine, as we all know.
So they smell it sweet, and it's like, oh my God.
But we don't call the police.
Yeah, because like to circle it back,
and
so
CPS
make sure
is like the police and for mothers.
It is.
Yeah,
it 100% is. I can definitely say with the going back to the actual topic at hand, as far as like Black women being in domestic violent relationships with Black men, and not wanting to call the authorities on them specifically because of a fear of that unknown as well. And that is crippling to us when we are in those situations. And it makes you really do feel like, well, I don't really have a choice. And that does seem asinine. Trust me. It does seem like, what do you
really
mean?
It doesn't, though.
But for me, it does. It does seem asinine when you break, like, what do you mean you don't want to call the police on this man? He's beating your ass. But the reality of it is that I still feel obligated to like protect him in a way.
Because, I think we're talking about cultural attitudes and behaviors, things we say to protect ourselves. The history of police, were originally the slave patrol, the slave catchers.
Yeah.
So we
don't have a really good history relationship. It's like, I want to fight it, and I'm like, we are recording. Oh my God.
So
I'm like,
no,
how would you just like
I'm
disrespect? And he's disrespecting the shot.
Right.
Like, and it's just him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He real gangster with it, and I don't understand. And all of that other stuff that you put up, the Dawn, and you put the vinegar. I got all of it.
That's what people keep telling me,
and
too.
And it doesn't work. It don't work. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. I'm like, I think they have become immune to it. Yeah. You put the bleach in I'm sorry, I done went into a tangent. You put the bleach into the into the drain with the lemons, because that's usually what I do. I put bleach and lemon in the drain and hot water. And then I have like the gnats and the ants thing I do all around the baseboards of the house, on the outside and the inside.
Maybe it's something in the pipe.
I think it literally, somebody said that they probably lay eggs and stuff like that in the pipes. And somebody said that too.
I had those ugly black, I call them bathroom flies. When you go in a public restroom, sometimes you see them. Anyway, they were in my bathroom. And I'm like,
where are they coming from?
So I did some research, and I was like, it's the pipe, right? So I'm pouring hot water, boiling water down there, multiple times a day. That's not doing nothing. That pipe had to be changed.
Okay.
Because they can survive. And lay more eggs all the time. All the time. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. But anyway, sorry, y'all.
How we get there?
Yeah, we went there because of the net. He was over here, and I'm over here grabbing, and you was moving, and I'm there looking at us like this. What is happening? Okay, yeah.
This episode sponsored by distractions.
Exactly, which abusive relationships can be.
Yep.
And I do believe that not wanting to call the police on your abuser as a Black woman, because he is a Black man, and that's what we're specifically discussing. Because I don't want it to go into anything else. I want it to be clear. What we're talking about is the fact that Black women and Black men, we have this obligation with each other. And since we do have an obligation with each other, it is very much important for us to...
What's the obligation?
Because we're Black men and Black women. We're together. We're a couple at all times. That's how we were born.
Protect each other.
Yes. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not coupled with a Russian white man. That's what I'm not coupled with. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm a black woman.
So because we're black,
yes, we feel as though that we feel as though that we need to have this obligation to not bring on any more as black women
from the oppressors.
I don't want, listen, you are beating my ass and I would like for you to stop. But I don't want to call the police because I don't want them to now beat your ass and maybe possibly kill you, or, you know, like it's the unconscious thing, because it's not necessarily that you're really
unhealthy.
Listen, that's the latter.
Right
now we're discussing the fact that this is what we feel.
Yeah.
So
what's going through our head.
What are going through our head. And so now whether it's right or wrong is not what I am deciphering in the moment of me getting beat up. People always say what I would do, and that he wouldn't be. Listen, you don't know what you would do when something randomly just happens.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea. Like, you like, what is this? Like, what happened here? You know what I'm saying? Because you're really trying to dissect it. Like, you really are in a state of shock.
And that's part of the tactic, to catch you off guard.
Completely and utterly. In every way. And then if it's a person who's really like
abusers.
Exactly. If he's a person who's really trying to like control you for real and grab a hold of every aspect of you, then this is going to be like a slow and subtle, you know what I'm saying, like grooming. Situation. It is going to be a grooming situation. And next thing you know, it's going to be this random boom in your face. And you like, what is happening? Now, I've never necessarily been in that kind of abuse, but I've been in situations where you literally are just looking at this person like, oh, so you gonna hit me? Like, wait, you're hitting me. Like, okay, I don't even know how to process this. And I think I was just so young.
Like, what kind of hitting?
I'll share.
Okay.
I'll share. Okay. So I guess I was 15. So I was like 15. I was 15 years old. And
15. How old was it?
That's irrelevant.
Okay.
I feel like she asked that question on purpose, y'all. You know, as you get to know us more, I promise you.
My bad.
Like, she's like,
because I ain't even doing it on purpose.
She's not doing it on purpose. Y'all don't even really understand.
Know too much. That's it.
She knows a lot, and he'd be like, okay. Yeah. Like, we didn't discuss that off camera.
We didn't. That wasn't the plan.
Anyway, 15 years old. In this relationship, and like, listen, the laughter, you'll realize the laughter is uncomfortable. It's just because I'm uncomfortable talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, but I feel like this is what we are here to do.
Let's be vulnerable
and discuss and share and be transparent. So anyway, I'm in this relationship. So I remember we were like going, like me and the girls, we were supposed to go out. Like, now, imagine, I grew up with my crew. So everybody, and like my house was the place to like get dressed, and you know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of our houses was, actually, to be all the way honest. But my house was one of them. And so the girls are actually, I'm at home, I'm getting dressed, shower, boom, boom, boom. I literally always used to wear these like breakaway Adidas pants, like, you know, like the track pants or whatever. So these were my throw-on pants. I don't care what was going on in life. I'm putting on these pants. So I put these pants on, and I just remember throwing on like a white T-shirt. My phone, I look at my phone. He had called me.
What kind of phone?
It was a Nokia.
Yep. Okay.
Nokia.
Let's keep it moving.
Boop, boop, boop. Where you used to do the snake game.
Yep.
Remember the snake game?
And you had the different case colors.
Absolutely. Loved it. Period. So anyway, so my cell phone ring, and he, you know, and also too, I had my own bedroom line, landline.
Landline.
Yeah. So he had called both.
See, that's what we had.
That's what we had. You know what I'm saying?
We had the cell phone and the bedroom
line,
private landline.
Yeah, Barbara was like, you can go ahead and get that because I'm so tired of these people calling here. She was very tired, okay? Mm-hmm. So anyway, boom. I called him back and he like, I'm outside. I'm like, I just got out the shower. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, he like, what? So he like this, oh, okay, well, come on. So I said, come on, what? He was like, well, let me talk. Something he was saying, but it lured me outside because he wanted to tell me something or whatever the situation was. But my initial thought was that he was trying to make me go with him. Now, I know this man. I'm in a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, when I get it, now, mind you, I done walked out the house with a white t-shirt on, these breakaway. I'm being very clear. I have on no underwear at all. I just got out the shower. This was my throw on when I'm like running around. You know, like, this is just what I used to do.
Real quick.
So boom, boom, boom. I throw on some little, I remember some, they was right by the door, some 9 West, like black slide-ins, like loafer looking shoes.
Something.
They was like, but I just remember what they were. But they was my favorite little like work, casual dressing shoe. Right? But they was by the door. So I threw them on. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Got my phone in the pocket. Go outside. He, you know what I'm saying? He look at me. Because he sees my outfit. So he like this. He like, that's what you wear? I'm like, no. I just got out the shower. I'm like, what's up? He like, what you mean, what's up? He like, we about to go. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, we about to go out. I'm like, no, the girls is already on the way over. Boom. My girl called me. She like, I'm about to bust this move, but I'm about to come. I'll be over there. Now we this cool to the point where I'm like, mommy, Chanel's on the way. Let her, you know what I'm saying? She ain't basically, we were so that cool where it was just ring the doorbell or just walk in kind of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, he pulls off. He's arguing with me about.
You're in the car.
I'm in the car. Yeah. Because he is not. I'm now physically in the car.
Right.
Yeah. So doors closed and he speeds off. So I'm like, dude, we're arguing about me going out. And it's always about something like that. When I think about girl stories, like, anyway,
because the word of the moment is control.
So he's like, you know what I'm saying? You always want to go out with your friends. And he used to call, hey man, he used to call, this is why I always say literally, he used to call my friends, trash bag assholes.
Wow.
Trash bag assholes. Man, this shit used to be so funny. Like, it's not funny. Like, it's funny to me. I'm sorry now. I can't do nothing but laugh about it because it's comical. Like, this stuff anyway, maybe that's my trauma. Moving on. But we driving down the street. He's arguing with me about this whole situation. We go down this, like, it's this street where it's like a whole hill. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm not going home with you. I'm like, I'm going out. And so I just remember this out the blue. He just choked me. It was just like, wow. And I'm like, what is happening?
While he was driving?
He's driving. We're going down the hill. Like, he's driving and he just choked me. And I'm like, it shocked me so bad. I just didn't understand what was happening. So by the time we get down the hill, and I just remember he just squeezed tighter and tighter and tighter to the point where
he's done this before.
I'm like, oh, I can't breathe. Like, oh my God, he's really, I'm like, this nigga's trying to kill me. So I'm like, this is me. Like, I can remember the verbatim. Like, I'm like, oh my God, he's trying to kill me. I'm like, nigga, get off me. And he was just like, die. You die. That nigga, he just kept saying, die.
What?
I snatched open the door. When I tell you I was tumbled out that car, I'm talking about boom, 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 boom. Now I am literally running across people's grass screaming.
Oh my God.
This nigga's trying to get. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, oh yeah, I got my phone. Because I'm so in shock. I'm so in shock.
Yeah.
I'm so in shock. Like, I just remember being so in shock. Imagine I'm 15 years old. I'm 15 years old. Imagine.
How
15 years old. So I'm walking back now. But I'm young minded. So I'm like, I'm not calling my mother and them. Like, I'm not. So I call my girl. She not answering the phone. I'm like, I know she got to be at my house. So I called my house phone, private line. She answered the phone. I'm like, I'm like, why you not answering the phone? I'm like, this nigga done choked me out. She like, what? I'm like, he done choked me out. Come get me. Where are you? Oh my God. Like, she like, where are you, Talita? I'm like, I'm on, and I told her the street. I don't even want to say the street because if I say just all of that stuff, it'll,
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm on such and such. She like, oh my God. So boom. She like, now I'm waiting for her to come. Now imagine I'm not really that far from my house.
She's driving?
Yeah. She driving out. Yep.
And she's also 15.
Yeah, we 15, 16. It might be 16.
Okay.
I might have been 16 at this point. Yeah. Because she was driving. I remember the car she was driving. So I think that, and when she got that car, we was 16.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We used to work at the
black people.
We used to work at the airport. HMS host. Shout out to HMS host. We used to work at the airport. HMS host. They definitely paid us well. We was young girls working on Concourse D. Is no longer a Concourse D in Cleveland Hopkins Airport, but that's where we used to work. Period. So anyway, my brother ended up going to the Navy, ended up leaving me his car, so I actually didn't have to, but we was blessed. We were blessed.
And having fun, as you should.
Yeah, young girls, like young girls, like life lessons were learned very, very early on, very, very early on. And then I was the baby coming from, older siblings. So had a lot of things that was like, oh, okay, don't do that.
Yeah.
But anyway, she come, like, so as I'm waiting for her to come, he comes pulling back up. Talitha, get in the car. Talitha, get in the car. Talitha, get in the car. I'm like, I said, I'm not getting in the car. I just remembered like doing this. Like, I'm not getting in the car with you. I'm like, do you know what you just did to me? And he like, man, look, I'm sorry. Like, it was like a switch. Like, he was like two different people. Because in the car, he was like Mr. Hyde or Dr. Jekyll. Yeah. He was whichever one.
I think Mr. Hyde.
Mr. Hyde was the same one, and Dr. Jekyll was the crazy one. Well, he was Dr. Jekyll in the car, and pulling up, he was Mr. Hyde. And I was like, oh, this is too easy for you to switch. But he always had this disposition of like, like he commands, he commands attention, like stature, the way he look. He's a very serious person. There's nothing funny. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but he was so sweet. He was so charming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen him be very aggressive with me, which I loved because I come from an aggressive father. So that's actually, but not to be beat up. So anyway, I didn't get in the car with him. And because I was like this, if you do not pull off, I'm going to freaking scream. Get your ass away from me, the F now. Mm-hmm. And he literally he rolled past. I think he rolled with me for maybe like another minute. And that's
the point in the movie theater where everybody stands up and goes, yeah,
screw him. Yeah, I was not getting in the car with him. I'm like, nigga, I was just scared from I just tucked and rolled out of a moving vehicle.
And then he just came back to get you?
Nigga came back to get you.
He said, what?
That means listen, I was like, this nigga gonna come back and make sure I'm okay. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Is that what he said? Are you okay?
Yeah.
He said, why you jump out the car?
No, he ain't say that. No, he was just real passive aggressive with it. To leave to get in the car. I'm like, do you see what you just did? Like, did you? And he's like, I'm sorry. Like, he like, come on, man, get in the car. You're not gonna walk from here. He like, you're not gonna walk from here. Yes, I am. And he's stupid ass.
This is before your friend.
She ain't pulled up yet. She has. I'm already called her. I'm walking up a fucking hill. You know what I'm saying? So like he's
9 West Slides.
And with 9 West Slides and breakaway Adidas pants and a t-shirt. No underwear. 15 years old. It's hot outside though. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? It's beautiful summertime. But still, so finally I might just get, oh my God, I might please, I'm on screen. So he finally leaves or whatever, and she pulls right up. She like, oh my God. So, you know, we young. So I'm not even really telling them really like the full story of what happened.
Of course not.
Like, I didn't like.
You don't want to kill the vibe. We trying to go out.
We trying to go out. I got a picture. I swear, I will come back. The night this happened, I have the picture of what I wore that whole night. That whole night. It's so crazy. That's why when I look at that picture, I'll be like, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Cause you got choked out.
Got choked out, tucked and rolled, honey. Showed up to the club, honey, looking flawless. I was looking good.
But that's what be happening.
I was looking good. I said, this is sad. I said, and I went home and cried in my bed. I said, honey, and took that to and pretty much, I don't even know if I've ever even told anybody like that story for real. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the crazy thing. It wasn't like he was just beating me up. It was never in that situation. And I know the question is, you know, did you stay with him? I did stay with him. We didn't talk for like weeks. I tried to, as a 15-year-old could, 15, 16, as I could stand on business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As a 15-year-old standing on business, I thought that I was asserting my authority by, you know, weeks of, because I let weeks pass. Like, you will not see me. You won't talk to me. There's no access to me in any capacity. But, you know, he was a guy of resources, you know, so, you know, you know,
a guy of resources.
Yeah, so, you know, he was able to will the young mind back in. Yeah. But, you know, but he never did that again. I can say that he never put his hands on me ever again, but it was definitely verbally and emotionally.
Absolutely.
And so still it was abuse.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
So there's that. But it you know, it triggered me to just have that conversation, because I was just like, I would have never called the police on him in any capacity. Like, that's breaking too much. He was a really good guy. I mean, I get, look, people like, oh God, she's still traumatized. But the reality of it is that he was taking care of his mother, who was, you know, mentally, you know, like he was a young, older guy, like, handling grown man responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? And who's to say, you know, all of that coupled with, you know, him not being able to iron out. And that's what, but I just say also too, but just grace and mercy. I'm not saying that what he did was wrong, was okay in any capacity.
No, not at all.
But he's also to somebody's child. So his mother may look at this situation on, why would you put your hands on that girl? You know what I'm saying? And find out maybe his reasoning on why doing it, and have sympathy for him to, you know, why that happened. That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't use, I get where you're coming from. Like,
because as a mother, you and
I can understand that. Okay, so I can understand
one doesn't negate the other either.
No, they're both true.
Exactly.
That's
two
what it
things
is.
Can be
everything
correct
is true
at the same time. So
absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
For sure. But then, I mean, it's considered, but I don't know if sympathy, maybe a little bit of empathy.
His mother can give sympathy and empathy. His mother can.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
what I was
getting
at. I thought you were
talking about you.
I don't have any of that.
Got you. Okay. Now I'm straight. I was confused.
I don't have any of that. I was just saying that is something that I can understand, because now that as an adult, to look back, judge the situation on the outside looking in, I have all of the investigative facts, A through Z, Z through A. I can actually couple and say two things exist at this same time.
For sure.
And I'm not saying that what happened to me doesn't mean that it wasn't traumatic. 100%. Right. And guess what? We actually were able to have a conversation years later.
I was going to ask you about that. Has you spoken?
We have thoroughly spoken. Mm-hmm. Thoroughly. I had called him out of the blue.
Well, how long did you stay in relationship with him after that?
I was on and off. It was on and off for some years.
Through college?
Up until my first year in college, and it was bye-bye, buddy.
Right.
Honey, I am on the campus, honey. Okay. And honey,
stomping the yard.
And that was my first year getting a passport, honey, please. Okay. Honey, I am out here with the people. I have discovered that I am I am wanted. I mean, college sometimes is that introduction, because you in high school and you boys think you're cute, and all of the popular boys and all of that.
So did you encounter any of that behavior in your college experience?
Somebody put their hands on me?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Mm-hmm. No. Nope. It, like I said, it was two situations. So the second one didn't happen until I was completely out of college and grown and had a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder, just as people talk about women, like you can be in a room full of women and ask who has been sexually assaulted or sexually abused. A majority may raise their hand. I feel like it's likely the same way with like physical abuse, emotional abuse, all the abuse.
Mm-hmm. Because there's many layers to it.
Yeah. And I didn't realize until like this year that I'm realized fully
what you were in.
Like, I've been abused. Like, my relationship was abusive, and also like my mother, like my childhood was abusive with my mother, emotionally. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly like what I went through. And in fact, I told you I had a confession, which is that I ended up getting back together with the stalker, my ex, like through the spring, like at the beginning of spring.
Of what?
2025.
Of this year?
Yeah. The one that I had got the protection order on and filed police reports and pressed charges. And
after all of that, y'all got back together?
Yep.
Okay.
And today, we're not together because of the same issues. Same thing. For some reason, I had the delusion that it could be different. But also, too, I realized that the woundedness that we align with each other on is the need for safe attention. Mm-hmm. And so, because we're familiar and we, on paper, is safe, like we don't have diseases, we don't, and sexual attention, but not, I wasn't just talking about that. But
we don't have diseases. I'm sure y'all. I'm like, dude, wait.
I mean, what? In that way, when thinking about sexual,
meaning like you trust him in that way. Oh, or you,
but also too, like just hanging out.
That was what the reasons were. You,
no, not only, but that's gonna be a part of it. Like when we were sleeping together for almost 3 years before I broke up with him. So that would be the person to go back to naturally. Anyway, yeah, okay. Safe attention. Where I know he does what he does, like he's a doer and a fixer and a mender and a builder and all of that. He's the alpha man stuff, right? I could call him, hey, I need my oil change. He gonna change the oil. Can you take this somewhere? He gonna do that, you know. But then the price I pay for that is
his behavior,
being like his emotional like punching bag. And I describe the way he does it as like he sprinkles it in like glitter. So it's everywhere all the time, but you don't notice it until the light shines a certain way.
Yeah.
And you're like, what's that?
Twinkle.
But then, yeah. And that's the subtle abuse. And it's emotional. It was emotional for him, because physical abuse can be subtle, just like, you know, tapping somebody.
Yeah, right. Like I went out that night. Nobody knew I was choked and rolled out the car.
Right. But even then, like you could be groomed in a way where that rough touch becomes normal.
Absolutely.
And so, but this was emotional, and so I just recognized all of it again. Long story short. And so I counted, it took about 70 days for me to come back to reality.
Got you.
Because on top of me being sick, like just the stress of somebody always calling your phone and texting you constantly. Now, I was just recently sick. I talked about it. I'm telling him I don't feel good. Or he knows I don't feel good. I've been to the doctor, blah, blah, blah. I'm waiting on my medicine. I'm having issues with the company and da-da-da. I need to see you. It was always about that. I miss you. I need to see you.
Yeah. Fall for
Does it really take that long to take some pictures? Does it really take that long to podcast? Y'all, what is it? 4-hour podcast? You was over there for 8 hours.
Talking about over here?
Yeah. Yes, and
right.
Especially back in the day when we would be recording and kicking it, and everybody over
here and be partying.
Yeah. So, but just that, again, that constantly being keeping tabs on me and keeping track of my time, tracking me, stalking me. He's always done that. Always, from the beginning. I just didn't know that's what it was. And it always made me feel uneasy. And then I get sick. I'm stressing. I'm stressed. I'm not stressing, but I'm stressed because he's pulling on me emotionally. He's getting on my fucking nerves. I'm like, for some reason. The reason is he's additionally helping me with money. So I quit my job, backtracking, back up. I quit my job at the end of May. Had nothing to do with him, right? So we have been back talking since the end of April. I quit my job because for my health, for my freedom, for my sanity, and so that I can pursue the things that I want to pursue and take control of my life and my time. And to be doing the work that we love.
Shout out to us doing it. Okay. Period.
Drop a bomb. Yes. So he's like, oh, I support you, babe. You know, I help you out. And so I've been doing the pictures, and he been sliding me a couple hundred here and there. One time I got mad, and I was just like, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. Just like leave me alone. I'm like, the only thing you could do for me is give me money. I need $2,000.
Did he give it to you?
He's like, okay, I got this lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. I could call the lawyer and they could give me an advance. That shit ain't never happened. But he would give me like
whatever
a couple here and there, whatever. Cut my hair. He fucked it up. I had to go pay somebody to fix it.
He cut your hair?
Yeah.
Why would he cut your hair?
Because he cuts his hair. He used to cut my hair when we lived together.
Okay.
But I don't know. He was off emotionally too, because he gonna tell me he wants to do everything for me, but it's not really for me. It's to control.
So absolutely.
He knows that he's the one doing it, so he don't got to worry about some nigga cutting my woman's hair. Shit like that. Get away from me. I'm done with that. I appreciate my life so much more now, even if, like, I'm not afraid of living without his help. Because everything that he has ever done for me, I was already doing. There's nothing new that he brought to my table except that I could unload, he could take some of the weight off. But at the end of the day, you weren't really making that much of a contribution.
No, especially causing me this headache.
On top of that, like, you're not giving me here's $1,000 so you ain't got to worry about the rent. Never. But babe, I got you. Then he be asking me for money. When I worked at radio, that's the most money I've ever made. And he was constantly, I need to borrow $200 so I could get this tool, so I could rent this thing or my truck or da 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 da. But simultaneously, if I needed something, okay, here you go. But also, I don't care if you don't want to do it. I need some pussy. Now, he wouldn't say it like that, but it would be like, babe, okay. He wouldn't say like, oh, okay, I give you this money, so can I? No, it would just be like this constant request. It was just this constant request. That's also abusive. When I feel good, fine. If I want to do it, that's when we can do it. He was like, that's not fair. If somebody tells you it's not fair that we can only have sex when you want to have sex, that's a black flag. That's a flag with a skull on it, because you're going to die in that relationship. At least a part of you. If you don't catch that and stop it. So anyway, that was a part of it. I feel like you have thoughts.
No. I mean, no. Like, I don't have any thoughts at all. This is what is it? Something and don't judge.
No, but you can have thoughts.
No, they say? What is it called? Speak and don't judge, or release something.
Y'all know what you're talking about.
Whatever it is. Anyway. Yeah. No judgment zone over here.
But like, now it really didn't. It really did happen. That sounds like it did happen. But yes, like in any relationship, it is common, I'm sure, to have sex when you don't want to. Like when you're not up to it. But he wasn't raping me or nothing. It would just be like, I would just give in.
Well, I do think that naturally, unfortunately, I do think that probably every woman who has been in a relationship has done that. And then, you know me, I revert everything back to biblical. So as husband and wife, biblically, you're not even supposed to deny your husband. So there is no moment in time where you should be telling him no. Like, biblically. I'm talking about husband and wife too. Right. We're not talking about, you know what I'm saying, Richard on the street.
Boyfriend.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. But, you know, yeah. So I mean.
Okay, well, definitely, you know, I don't think that was not the situation. And again, we were not married and we weren't biblical and none of that. And I'm not like that. So like, no, you're not accessing my body when I don't want to do that. So no. Well, it's not fair. Sorry.
I think that this is, and this is just me, because we on this podcast, it's imperative to be extremely, I think that this is the problem. This, of course, is no directly to you, because me as well.
We're just talking.
But the reality of it is that we have no business having sex with these men, period.
I agree.
Let's be clear.
I agree.
And the thing of it is
pretending
that
to be married.
You have not committed yourself to me in any capacity. But you want full access to my intimate parts. As you will learn, I am on a complete abstinence and celibate journey. I am practicing both. Look up the definition of both, since most people don't understand. Okay, I'll leave you to your own rabbit hole.
I'm sure we'll talk about it.
But the reality of it is that it serves me zero purpose. I'm not married. It serves me zero purpose. I'm not married. Nothing about that 3 minutes is exciting enough to continue on that path. I literally was, I just remember the day, and I was like, it's so imperative for us to really realize that just close your legs. Close them up. It will really help a lot of what's going on, because the reality of we are so drawn and driven by sexual energy, and everybody need to tell each other how they're having sex, when they're having sex, who they're having sex with. That is just completely none of my business. And I don't need to know that. I don't need to know the full on details on how you suck and dick.
All right.
Okay. Let's be clear.
I don't know if we can put that on YouTube.
Yes, we can. It's YouTube. It's a podcast. We can say what we want to say.
Okay. Well, that's
the fact. I don't need to know. We're grown.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. You know more than me. Okay.
Yes. The reality of it is that I don't need to know that. I don't need to know who you're doing it with. Why do you need to blurt it out to the people and say, this is what I'm doing sexually? How is that helping me?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's bring it back a little bit.
Well, but the point of it is that keep your legs closed. We don't need to keep having sex with these people who means us nothing. So I was
talking about, though, my relationship where we were living together in a committed relationship, and I don't want to have sex, and you use that to manipulate me emotionally and also make me feel bad about not wanting to have sex with you. Sorry. Because you didn't piss me off, and now I'm emotionally disconnected. I don't want to do it.
Right.
Sorry, buddy. So, like, how about you stop pissing me off?
Do you want to? Would this be a person you want to marry?
No, I thought back then. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. We got here too, because talking about abuse though, because that's really what we've, getting to the thing about. So I once again I just needed a reminder. I feel like this most recent episode with him was just to affirm and confirm that I was right the first time.
Okay.
And I don't need to read that book again.
Read it.
Because I didn't even I didn't need to read the whole book. I just skipped to the end, and I was like, oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I feel exactly the same. So, like, that's over with. I blocked him. I expressly let him know this is done. And if you decide to revert to your it like amp up your behavior like you did last time, I will seek help. I'm not scared to call the police. That's what we originally called. I will call the police. Work for me. And when I call, it may take a while. You may have to be more persistent than you feel is necessary. But eventually, I was able to get to somebody who really took my complaint seriously. You know, at the end of last year, when I was pressing charges against him for his stalking behavior and menacing and harassment. And yeah, but it can be hard to I understand the going back. I understand the attachment. I understand you know, the PTSD of it, like the trauma bonding. I get all of that. Yeah. And I know exactly how people can stay attached to abusive partners. Situations. It's really easy. It's really very easy. Yeah. It's very hard to break away. It's very comfortable. It's safe. Familiar. It's the demon. It's the
and my mother says it. My mother told me, and we was talking about something, and I said, "Why would you stay?" She said, "It's a familiar demon." Yeah. She said, "I know this demon. I know how it operates." So
yeah. But for me, as familiar as that is, and you know,
it's time to break away.
It comes with a little money. It comes with a little security.
It always comes with a little perk.
But it's come with everything that gets in the way of me being who I am fully living my life and enjoying my life and pursuing my goals. You want me to pay only attention to you
thoroughly?
That's not gonna work.
No,
and I'm not doing that. So now I have this time to sit with myself. And I know for sure that I should be nowhere near a man or any thinking about any relationship, no dating.
Right. None of that.
Somebody approached me yesterday talking about, I saw you walking down there, and if you had still been outside, I was still going to pull up to you because you got a big booty. Okay. And he was 34.
Because I got a big booty?
Yeah, that's why. Okay. And it's like, all right, that's not like... And then he's like, you like women? In the moment, I didn't catch that as rude as fuck.
Right. Like, now I'm gay? Like, what?
Because of my haircut. And I'm like, no, you say just saying that because of my haircut, but I don't give a fuck because I'm 40. I like easy hairstyles. I'm going into all of that. But also, too, upon reflection later on in the day, that is none of your fucking business.
It's none of his business.
It's none of your business.
None of his business, my love.
But, you know, Grace and Mercy 34. Grace and Mercy 34. Right. Because we ended up talking about content creation and some hustling and stuff like that. And so whatever. But I took that as my environment showing me like there's more out there. There's more people out there that it's definitely not that guy, but there are people out there that are thinking like you, that are on that wavelength that you're on, that we're on. Creators. Creation it's not going to happen in a bubble, in a box, in a jail. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Even though it can happen, but
and about in the world.
Yeah, I'm not meant to be locked up in somebody's relationship. Yeah. They got their thumb on my life, and I'm like, no,
especially unhealthy. You know, I'm for healthy relationships.
Absolutely.
But anything unhealthy. But hopefully, too, everything you're saying is something that, I always, try to advocate is there is definitely more people and men out here who want to see you do good than want to see you do bad.
Right.
And this is something
who are genuinely sincere in that, not just saying not that trying to manipulate and just right
to get something out of you.
They actually want the best for you.
And that's what I'm saying.
Not for you, for them. For you,
period.
Because they got their own thing going on. They're thriving. They're happy. They have their challenges, but they support you.
And I think that that's something that we need. Listen, so, because I really almost didn't even want to talk about this, because I don't want it to be like heavy, even though we're going to have the heavy conversations. This is what we're going to have. But I didn't really want to go down that road in this episode, because but you know, it always does because of the topic. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's a grim, dark cloud. It really is. But the reality of it is that I truly believe that there are more beautiful men out there that want to see me do great and want to love on me and want to teach me something and want to be like, go ahead, sis. You know what I'm saying? Whether there's also too some men out there that want to, you know what I'm saying, be a husband. You know, all of the things. But, you know, I just feel like, you know, because I'm a daddy's girl. I was raised by my daddy. You know what I'm saying? My daddy did not do a lot of things great, but he loved me. And he took care of me, and he coddled me, and he, you know, and he was there for me. And so the reality of it is that I have a reverence for men. I love men. So it's not so much of that, you know, I don't believe that they can't do no wrong. And I'm not, because my mother taught me wrong is wrong, right is right. Whether your name is sister, brother, cousin, daughter, mom, husband, wife, you are wrong. And so I can accept when I'm wrong. I don't listen. The way you treat me I respect it. I was wrong. What am I supposed to do about that? But the reality of it is that a lot of the times we get so caught up in the idea that because a negative situation happened at the hands of a man, that now every single man is horrible. I feel as though same thing. It's the same concept as far as like something happens in the Black community. It's everybody in the Black community. You know what I'm saying? Everything just gets this label, and it's like you can't, you know,
we have a tendency to generalize based on one experience. And, you know, lay that blanket. Yeah, with anything. But
I think you should be able to compartmentalize the fact that this is something that happened to me.
That comes with growth.
And I think that that's something that I've always known because of the way I was raised on situations happening in the family and siblings and you had to compartmentalize the fact that this is what happened yesterday. You know what I'm saying? It's like today is a brand new day. You know, and so you have the opportunity to do better, respond better.
Yeah, that's how my ex thinks.
You know,
that's how he thinks.
I do feel no. I'm saying is addressing it. I'm not saying is that it happened yesterday. It doesn't exist. I'm just saying the fact that
he's like, I thought we talked about that already.
Yeah. I agree with that.
And you're doing it again.
That's a different situation.
Yeah, okay.
That's a different. So now you just added on a whole other entity. That ain't nothing what I said.
Clear me
about,
up.
Yeah, let's sweet. Let's mop it. You know what I'm saying? Swift. Because the reality is, no, I'm not saying the fact that, you know, we discussed it, we apologized, all of the things, and I kept doing it. I'm talking about the fact that I upset you yesterday because of whatever the situation was, and we discussed it. And now today is a new day. Am I being if you want to punish me for what that happened yesterday, that's my issue. Saying.
Give it some air.
Yeah,
give it some time.
Give me the opportunity to actually show and prove.
Yeah, but
us talking about it yesterday and then next morning I do it again. That is a different scenario.
Yeah, but I mean, even not next morning, because a lot of times,
or maybe a week later.
It's not. Yeah, it may not happen for a month. Yeah. Yes. Please.
But okay.
Come on.
So that's a different.
Especially
that's
something,
a different thing.
It is. So yeah, what you were saying is
just giving. I feel as though that we don't really give each other the grace or the mercy that we ask other people to give us. We want to be forgiven. We want to be the fact that I acknowledged your feelings. Yeah. I heard you say you felt whatever.
But let's be careful and balance that with logic and reason. Because if it keeps happening, if you keep having that same conversation,
that's a different series. Exactly. That's my point.
And you keep getting, just give me the chance to show you that I can.
That's a manipulative situation. See, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about the fact that I have corrected my behavior. Right. And you have now still swinging it all over my head. This is something that we never, let's just say, because I see this in relationships a lot, even friendships, intimacy relationships, boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wives, even business. The fact of the matter is that, well, when we first started the business, you fumbled the bag. So here we are 5 years later. We've been getting to the bag. And maybe something goes a little right. See? Because that's what you always do. That to me is it's a bit much.
Yeah, that's not.
But that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm discussing. I'm discussing the fact that we don't give each other the grace or the mercy. I'm not talking about what you don't deserve. Because I don't even like using the word deserve because I feel like it's an actual entitled word. But the reality of it is that I've shown and proved. I showed and proved. And you still continuously throw something in my face. That's the reason why I feel as though that's what I really didn't want to go down with the episode, because I didn't want it to be, we're beating the head, over this whole.
Well, the whole point is when it gets to that point, you don't need to be together. The healthy decision is to
thoroughly separate. But once again, we just said, I can understand why you choose to stay.
But so and we also said multiple things are true simultaneously.
Absolutely. So at some point, you just have to really choose yourself.
Absolutely. And that's what happened today. So I blocked him. He's out. Amen.
Because honey, he doesn't deserve your energy, your tenacity, and your beautifulness, and all of the things, and all of the things that are about to come. He shouldn't even be attached to all of the beautiful things, the opportunities that we're receiving.
No, but that's what vampires do.
No, because guess what that would look like? That would be a hold up on what we got going on.
And it has been.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I love our production team.
I know.
But it has been, and remember that we was gonna do the thing at the studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he put a halt to he already feared it.
Well, I did. I mean, it wasn't gonna happen. Hold up.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
It wasn't gonna happen probably regardless. But what
I mean, what's
we're at 119.
Oh, we
at 119? Yeah.
This was episode.
So when it goes off, we got like 19% power too.
Okay, that's why I was asking the percentage.
So, but yeah, real quick.
That's what I said.
He was like, "Oh yeah, I'll pay for it." We was gonna go to the studio, pay
and
the
start
fee
recording and
to
having
record
them
and
really do
the
a lot of the editing
and all of that.
Yeah.
It was a reasonable price. There was guidance.
Yeah.
And he was gonna pay for it. Then on the way home from that meetup that we had to discuss all this, he's like, I hope I'm not making a mistake, or I hope I don't regret this. So I'm like, what you mean? So it clearly was about, I won't give you the play-by-play, but it was clearly about me being in a space that he had no control of.
Yeah.
He's paying for it.
And it's other people coming in. And it's
potential for me to somehow become enamored with
some random Johnny Smith.
And then I'm just taking my clothes off and opening my pussy to the first person that gives me any type of like, who the fuck you think I am?
Yeah.
That was so insulting to me.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Because it's like, come on, dude.
Like, you questioning my character. How long you think I'm going to put up with this?
Yeah.
You just going to keep doing stuff like that. And so I went off in the car and all. I like Talisa. Then I told you. He said, "Oh well, he'll pay for my part, but not yours." And you were like, "That's fine, that's fine."
Yeah,
which is fine, right?
Yeah, because that's honestly. Because listen, honey, I ain't no man of mine. I don't even have a man, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. They ain't gonna let no other who's paying for that. Girl, you crazy. So yeah, no, it wouldn't go happen.
The point is something that I'm passionate about, that I love to do. You're pretending to be supportive, and all the while you're really just trying to control it to the point where it doesn't even happen. Because that's your whole MO anyway.
Yeah.
And that's from Abuser's Handbook 101.
Which is exactly why he is marks the spot.
Marks the spot. And that's why you should call the police. If you don't have anybody, that's what they for. The law is there. There are laws put in place to help people and women to get help with unsafe situations. It don't always work. But for me, it did work in this situation. I had to push and push. I had the wherewithal, the support too. A lot of that when you get success, you have a support system behind you. I got people I can go to and talk to. I can discuss it with. I can get advice. And then I'm computer literate. A lot of these things we don't think about that we can do.
They can't. Yeah.
Everybody can't. So I had success. So I say utilize the tools at hand.
Yeah.
I'm not abusing the system in terms of every time, I'm not calling the police on everybody and everything. I don't want to deal with the police. I held off on that for a long time.
Right.
When he was doing that stalking behavior, a long time being, I realized he was stalking me for sure on my birthday last year. And another reason why I had to definitely let this go. This is it. He's staying blocked and all of that. Y'all ain't got to worry about me. I'm never having a bad birthday ever again in my life. The whole time I'm with him, terrible birthday. Always pissed off, always mad. But it's my birthday. I'm trying to have fun. He's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. So I'm, you fake it till you make it, right? It was just on some bullshit. He's having a great time because he's with his woman. He's treating her like this on her birthday and da-da-da-da-da. Meanwhile, I'm seething because all that little glitter shit, all that little microaggressions and micro behaviors. Have you ever heard of micro cheating? No. We could talk about that another time, which that wasn't part of our situation, but in my research, I discovered micro cheating
too.
Because I was looking for a term to describe what I was feeling, and this is in that 70-day period. I'm googling like there's got to be a word because I'm also reading that book. If he's so great, if he's so good, why do I feel so bad?
Yeah,
and that's how I really got more education on abuse and subtle abuse and the more abusive relationships. I had health class in the 90s. We talked about this. You know what I'm saying? This has been a conversation that's been had at least since I've been a teenager. And so I don't know how much they talk about it now. And, remember MTV, they educated us thoroughly on relationship, abuse and all types of stuff that young people go through. The
Teen Summit, shout out to Teen Summit.
Teen Summit on BET. Yep. We knew about anorexia. We knew about
bulimia,
date rape. We knew about
drugs and absolutely being aware of your surroundings and not leaving your drinks open.
And it was also okay I was taught to go to somebody when you need help. Find the person that can help you. Yeah. And this is typically who they are. We were always taught that. So getting back to calling the police and stuff, I had kind of actually in my family growing up, that wasn't really a thing because we didn't have situations where it was always the police are your friend. But as an adult and learning about what other people go through, it's just what the fuck? And then I swear I didn't really become fully Black until I started working at WOVU. I don't think I would have had a clue. Because I wasn't.
I can see that.
Yeah.
The way I'm that makes so much sense now.
And that's that's just so strange. Like,
it is very strange, but that makes so much sense now.
It's like, what was I doing before?
Because I used to be thinking, like, because I remember in our first meetings of each other, I was like, where did she grow up?
I'm very suburban.
And I'm like this. She didn't grow up in like a sub.
And it wasn't like Pepper Pike.
That's why I'm like this. You didn't. That's why I'm like my family is from Cleveland Heights. Shalina is from Cleveland Heights.
Oh, Shalina.
That's where they live all their lives.
Like my family from Shaker. Like my mother and all her siblings, they grew up in Shaker.
Let me say, Shaker in like early 70s. 80s, because if your family is from there, then that's during the time where they were there.
Yeah.
70s, 80s.
Okay, I'll say this. My mother was born, I think, for the first few, like maybe 5 years of her life, they lived on Havel over by Imperial, where Anthony Sowell did his stuff.
That's 116.
Yeah, over there. And then they moved to Lomont and Shaker. It was like, you know,
I know where that
she was like 10 or whatever. She went to Harvey Rice.
And so what age was that? What year was she 10 years old?
1967.
So that's what I'm saying. So that time frame in Shaker was definitely very, very white, and it was prejudice is FUCK. So maybe some of that energy came from, you know what I'm saying, trickle down.
White?
The white energy.
Oh, yeah. But also Cleveland Heights, even, well, let me see.
Well, I mean, because...
You know what's funny you saying that? Because, like, I had to get the occasional Oreo, and this was at school. Oh, we got
a caller.
Maybe Michael. Come on, let's wrap it up, because they playing around, man. I got it on Do Not Disturb. So we're gonna wrap it up. But anyway, we'll put a pin in that because that's an interesting conversation. What?
Go ahead.
What? You're making a face.
I don't know what to say. I'm following you.
No. The call, I don't know who it was, but a call came through and interrupted the video. And I was going on about being called the occasional Oreo at my Cleveland Heights experience, and being told that I was proper and all that stuff. But maybe if I went to Shaker schools, I might not have gotten that. Probably would have in the 80s because it was more black, right? But anyway, my whole point, because you was like, the whiteness rubbed off.
Yeah, it definitely did. Certain things you would say, like you didn't understand.
What?
I can't even.
Yeah.
I can't even pinpoint exactly what you would say, but it was certain things that you would be like, I don't understand that, or I never experienced that, and I would be like,
yeah.
Where is she from? You know, yeah. I mean, because I'm like, I don't even know how you couldn't, how you didn't. But hey. Everybody's experiences are different. So who am I to say that you didn't?
I wonder what that was. But it was a couple things.
It was a couple things. Because I definitely, in the beginning, I was like, honestly, I don't know.
I mean, I like her. But I like to say that I am like, probably two to 4 steps to the left of like the center is like black. We know the things, we know the words, we got the head, you know, we've had the experiences, and then I'm like 3 steps from that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I totally understand.
Yeah.
Well,
but you know,
shout out to this episode though, because it was very random, but sometimes like best episodes become random, you know, but I do think it's very important that if you are in an abusive relationship, to make sure that you do, and to make sure that you actually communicate with an actual law enforcement, to get out of those situations, because it's never going to get better. You can't heal other people. People are psychotic and unhealed and undiagnosed, and 100% walking around.
Make them use.
This is why
don't let them make you crazy.
My main solution to our young girls is please go out there and actually experience life and find out exactly who you are.
Right.
Get an understanding of who and what you are. Because then that way, when you get into these situations, it'll be easily to be identified. You'll have the discernment and you'll have the actual resources and tools to actually use to feel encouraged and motivated to really proceed forward. You do not have to be in nobody's control in any capacity that you don't want to be in. And that goes to men and women, because I know it's a lot of conversation about women. We are being abused. It's a lot of men that are being abused by women, and it's crazy. It's not talked about a lot. And we're going to come back with some statistics on that, but the reality of it is too, men, if you're being verbally abused, you know what I'm saying? Because women can really, we got a mouth. And so if you're being verbally and physically abused, you should seek help too.
And there's also like workplace abuse. You can be abused by your employer.
Many situations. And with the state of the climate, we need to speak up on all things. So there's that.
Especially the rain.
Shout out to our bombshells. We love you guys because we're getting so much better at this, and I cannot wait to we really have great more discussions and all of those things.
So make sure you send us an email. Make sure you like this episode, subscribe to the channel,
leave a comment, and share
it, and send us an email at tnt.the.pod@gmail.com.
Period.
And thank you. Thanks for watching all the way through.
Thank you so much. See you guys next time. Peace.
Awesome. It'll be interesting to watch.
Awesome sauce.
Okay. What time is it?
It is 2.
Perfect. Because I got to
go. 2:00.
We did it. We did 11 to 2. Because I got here at 11:07. Perfect time.